The Forgotten Chapel Beneath the Trees. It was late October when my 3 friends and I decided to explore an old, abandoned area outside the town. People called it Blackwood Forest because the trees were so dense that even during the day, sunlight barely reached the ground. According to local stories, there used to be a small church hidden deep inside the woods. Nobody knew exactly why it was abandoned. Some people said a fire destroyed it. Others claimed that everyone who lived near it simply left one night and never came back. Of course, we didn't believe those stories. We were young, curious, and convinced that every scary legend had a normal explanation. At least that's what we thought. We followed an old dirt path that disappeared between the trees. The deeper we walked, the colder the air became. After almost an hour, we finally saw something standing between the branches. A small wooden chapel. Its walls were covered with moss, the windows were broken,
and the old cross above the
entrance was hanging, sideways as if someone had tried to pull it down. "Imagine people actually prayed here," my friend Daniel said. Nobody answered, because at that moment we all noticed something strange. The front door was open. Not broken, not damaged, just open, as if someone had recently walked inside. We entered slowly. The inside was covered in dust. Old wooden benches were scattered around the room, and faded paintings hung on the walls. But there was something wrong. The church looked abandoned for decades, yet there were fresh footprints on the dusty floor. Small footprints, like someone had been walking barefoot. We followed them toward the back of the chapel, where we found a locked wooden door on the floor, a basement entrance. "Should we open it?" Daniel asked with a nervous smile. I wanted to say no. I really did. But curiosity won. We forced the door open and a horrible smell came from below. It smelled like wet earth and something old that had been trapped underground for years. We turned on our flashlights and climbed down. The space underneath the church was not a basement. It was a narrow crawl space. The ceiling was so low that we had to move on our hands and knees. After a few meters, my friend stopped.